Hello everybody, this is Luke and welcome back to Gaming Instincts TV and our How to Slay series in Monster Hunter World. In this part, we are going to take a look at the giant water-based wyvern, Jyuratodus. Jyuratodus is a master of using its environment to its advantage. This monster sticks to areas that are full of mud and water where it can move around quickly and the hunter is at a disadvantage and is slowed down, so try to stay up on the high ground whenever possible. While Jyuratodus is moving around these environments, it will kick up a trail of ground behind it, elevated above the mud or water. Take advantage of these as much as possible to close the distance and avoid being bogged down. There are three big attacks to watch out for. First, Jyuratodus will straighten its body out, backing up for just a moment before charging in a straight line at its target, shaking its body back and forth, causing knockback to anything in its way. Dodging to the left or right of the monster to clear distance will be enough to avoid damage during this attack. Second, Jyuratodus will sit straight up on its tail, exposing its chest, and spit out 3 mud balls to the left, right, and center in front of it. Try to get in as close as you can to the chest of the monster while this is happening. It cannot hit the hunter at close range, and gives a good opportunity to deal some decent damage. Third, the monster will dive underneath the water. After a moment, it will breach for a second, dive back down, and then explode out of the water into the air, knocking anything it hits straight up with it. Avoiding this is pretty simple. Keep some distance from where the monster dove down and run around it to the left and right in a circle to not be in the last place the monster has targeted. Jyuratodus has a mechanic similar to Barroth where it will cover its body in mud, adding an extra layer of armor. Hitting these areas repeatedly with any weapon will eventually break off the mud and expose the scales underneath, allowing the hunter to deal more damage. Jyuratodus will also leave around mud piles or spit them directly at the hunter. Getting caught in these mud piles will trip up the hunter and they will not be able to attack until they escape. Also, if hit by one of these directly, it can cause water blight. Water blight is a status ailment that will cause stamina to regenerate very slowly, which during this battle is a big disadvantage due to the hunter already being slowed down by the water and mud of the environment. Having some nullberries on hand is a good idea to immediately cure this ailment. Jyuratodus has 2 major weak points on its body, its head and tail. Having a blunt weapon such as a hammer or hunting horn is very useful for breaking body parts and knocking off mud from the monster quickly. While covered in mud, the Jyuratodus is very weak to water elemental damage and invulnerable to both thunder and fire damage. Once the mud is knocked off, these elemental effects switch, and the monster becomes resistant to water damage and takes light damage from fire and a ton of damage from thunder elemental attacks. While not being a very difficult battle, this monster is good practice for any hunter to learn how to deal with environmental restraints during battles and dealing with status effects on the fly. Hopefully this guide will help you take this monster down fast. Were there any tricks that you used that we didn't talk about? Did these tips work for you? Let us know in the comments section below. And come back this weekend for our quick guide on getting the Palico gadget, the Plunder Blade. Gaming Instincts TV will be leaving you right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date and know when a new video is ready for your viewing pleasure. Also, check out our official website at GamingInstincts.com for latest daily news, featured articles, reviews, and more. Peace out, everybody.